Hi friends, this is Chris with Josephine's Designs and Healthy Living for Him on Keto. So I am excited today. I had placed several orders for us to go on our trip, and we were supposed to be leaving today. So I am slow. This just came in. These just came in. The main one is the one I'll be filming secondly, but right now the core of who and what we enjoy is this video right now. So, as many of you know, I enjoy a keto lifestyle. My husband as well, and I've told this story a couple of times. But when I started on this journey, my husband was in awe that number one, I would have the result that I did, and number two, he just kept saying over and over, and I mean emphatically, "This is great for you. There is no way I'm joining you in this." So he went with me to the conference in Orlando, and people always say, "Oh, because you bought him a ticket, you wanted him secretly to do." I was like, "No, I just didn't want to go by myself. I knew it was a smaller conference. I did go to KetoCon by myself, and I met people and amazing friendships, but it was bigger, so I felt like I could kind of float around by myself a little bit better. I had heard that Keto Orlando was smaller, and I am, though you would never know it, I am painfully shy in public. I have to work really hard to not be shy, to be, and I want to be friendly. I want to meet people. I want to do all those things. But my natural inclination, I get very awkward, and I just feel awkward. And so, matter of fact, my husband thought I was mute when he first knew me, and he knew me for a while before he heard me speak. So I was if you're my friend, we talk a lot. If you are, if I meet you out and about, I will work really hard to be friendly and kind, but I probably won't drop my guard until I know you a little bit better. And I think it's just something when I grew up. I have one of my children was very, very shy as a child. So I think that part of that is just your personality type. I think that's just the way God makes you. So my husband's on a meeting. My youngest daughter's in the kitchen, and she's not a quiet dishwasher person, and she's doing the dishes. She puts earbuds in, and so as a result, she can't hear and she doesn't even hear it when her earbuds are out. So anyways, excuse the noise. I'm going to share two things. So the first thing I wanted to share was I have really been enjoying these types of drops. They are, hold on, one flavors. So, I have really enjoyed using these. Pardon me. Don't know what happened. I just woken up with some crazy allergies today. But I have been using these in different types of things I've been making. Like I've made the faux mashed potatoes. I've got some for cornbread. There are just lots of these. I also have another company that I just placed a big order with. It's not as expensive. It's a mom and pop, and I prefer to support mom and pops because this came through Amazon. But I do like the that I know right now. I love when they do the variety packs. I've done one other variety pack. Number one, I just don't want a massive bottle. Number two, it's just more cost effective. So, but the great thing when you get on Amazon, you get it quick, and this other mom and pop, he recently posted, he took a full-time job. He's going to be packaging, flavors in the evening. So it'll be slow turnaround, which is totally fine. I ordered way ahead. I would like one of the flavors to get here quickly, but I'm sure everybody feels that way. And I'll share more about that. So this one is hold on, let me just read the flavors. Maybe they're on the back here. So it gives you a recipe for sugar butter cookie recipe. I would say, I'm trying to see, no, it has it with stevia and erythritol. So this could be keto, this recipe, but it says this one is gingerbread cookie, white, I should just open these. I'm being silly. You can't read what they are because they turn into things. But I'm trying to hurry and get to the other one. So this is gingerbread cookie. I love that. White chocolate peppermint bark. Guys, I love peppermint chocolate ice, coffee. It is one of my all-time favorite things, and so I'm trying different things to get that. I also use the stevia peppermint and things like that. Stevia chocolate. Oh, it looks like there's some of the glue. All right, and then there is sugar butter cookie and hazelnut. So those are just the perfect flavors for winter, for Christmas, for fall, for all of those. And I really enjoy loving it on keto, and that is with Wendy. And I'm not going to pretend to say her last name. It's not a hard name, but I think I'm going to hatchet it. So anyways, she's great. She's here on YouTube, and I am really loving her recipes. I love Maria Emmerich. I love Two Crazy Ketos. I love Indigo Neely. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I really love their recipes. Of course, Keto Chow. So at some point, I will be back, share my recipe book of some of my favorites. And but things like this are great tools to use in those recipes. So, and the number one way I use these recipes is I find ways to use it with Keto Chow. So I have a big Keto Chow haul. I mean crazy big. So hang with me. This is the pumpkin spice. You're going to go, why? And last night I had put pumpkin spice shakes in the Ninja Creamy, put them in the freezer, and I was asking my husband, would you like a pumpkin ice cream? And he was like, I don't think I'd want that. And I was like, oh, well, you better want it because I made 3. But the number one reason I got this is for the pumpkin spice. I'll make a bread, a cookie for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, and then I will do the pumpkin spice sausage soup. Evidently, that's a huge fave. I have all my goodies set out in the kitchen except for the I'm using turkey sausage meat, and I have that in the fridge, defrosted, ready to go. This weekend, we actually got cool weather. They said our high yesterday was 77, but I think because it was so humid, it didn't feel like it. My husband and I were talking about this morning. So I will be making that soup probably for tonight. I'm excited. So first thing is we got the pumpkin spice. If you buy them in the big bags, use the discount codes, whatever you have, it goes better. I also get them on subscription on things that have subscription. So the second one I got was the eggnog. My husband and I were watching Hallmark movies last night. I know, he's so cute. He started this trend, so it was not me. But in one of the movies we watched last night, somebody said, well, who likes eggnog? And my husband was like, I do, but our youngest drinks it all the time and I never get to finish it. Well, we can't drink the eggnog that we love for all these years. It's just, I mean, I think it'll put us in a sugar coma. So I thought, I'm going to order this. I'm going to work on a really good eggnog recipe to make up, put in the fridge, because they will last, I think, 6 to 7 days in the fridge, made up ahead. So I'm going to, these are protein shakes that are flavored. So I will have to find a way to kind of like thin it down a little bit. So I'm going to try a variety of different ways to make it. And if I come up with a really good one, I'll be glad to share it with you. But in the meantime, this makes the most awesome protein custard pudding. I kid you not. It is fantastic because I've had the little ones, and I mean like Macarena cool yummy. And so I love that. I never use the COOL word. Very rarely, because I always felt like it was a cheap word. When I was raising my kids, I always wanted better language. There is no other word. It is the best custard pudding you'll ever try. And people are going to go, oh, put nutmeg on top. I say put nutmeg in the recipe and then put cinnamon on top. And put a little cinnamon in the recipe. And you're going to try that and go, wow. Yes, you will. So if you guys want that recipe, leave a comment below. I'll be glad to share it with you. My all-time favorite that I could just do over and over again is, of course, chocolate mint. So this is one of my regular subscriptions. I love chocolate mint. It is one of my all-time favorite. I also love the large vanilla. I've got to order some of that here for the next month. I try to stagger some of these that are subscriptions because Keto Chow got a lot of our stuff this month, but it's okay. We love them and we appreciate them, and we are going to support them. This is one that I have not gotten in the bulk bag on subscription, but even my husband asked for this last night by name. So I'm going to be making that up today. Now, I have it on subscription. This is the chocolate toffee. I have it on subscription. Somehow there was a glitch, and we were having, I've been going through all this identity theft garbage with my cards, and I still don't even have one of my cards, and it's been over 2 weeks. Yes, the bank and I had a little chat yesterday. They were very sweet, but I was just like, hey, this is unacceptable. And she was like, it is unacceptable. And I said, yes. So they were supposed to resend me cards, and it has caused a world of pain. That's all I can say. All this identity theft has caused a world of pain. And if you are that smart, go out and get a job and quit stealing people's money. Yes. Okay, so I ended up with 2 of these. I in no way feel badly about it. I even told them we will use it. I'll just delay the subscription. My husband will be in hog heaven. All of these I will put in half-gallon. I do have gallon jars, but they take up too much space, so I have half-gallon mason jars. I always have a little bit left, but when I keep those, the little bit left, I keep those for when we travel. It is so easy peasy just to run in, grab those. I keep them in Ziploc bags in a container, a storage container, and I just run in, grab them, and go. And I love it. It works out great. Now, the last thing I picked up, and again, this goes back to Love It on Keto. I'm not a fan of the cookies and cream in a shake or an ice cream. I'm being honest. But Love It on Keto Wendy did, Loving It on Keto, Wendy did a fantastic looking Oreo dessert. Yeah. And I thought, doing that, gonna do that. My husband would be in literal hog heaven, and I'm not even sure if I'm not gonna do it for when we travel. So our trip, we were supposed to leave today or tomorrow. It has been pushed back to the end of October. And we were talking this morning because we have birthdays coming up. And so, he was in the shower and I was like, hey, we got to make sure we don't go, that kind of a thing. He was like, yeah, we're not going to go that week. And I was like, okay, good. But I think this would be great travel food. And I'm not sure, I'm not going to do it in cookie form or in small muffin form. And then we can pull it out because Wendy did hers in a big loaf and it looked fantastic. And it's probably easier in the loaf. But for travel, maybe the smaller ones are better. And I don't know if it'll freeze, but we'll see. I just decided, let's try it. And so if I do it in the loaf, I will do, the muffin size, I will do it just one at a time. And if we like it, and I'll save one for I'll do one loaf. So when we have a family function or we're with friends, I can make it in a big, yes, I know. Then the lemon meringue. I do love the lemon meringue. I don't know that I love it enough to get it in the big bags, but the lemon meringue is so good. It is fantastic as a ice cream. The one thing I would do is I would add flavoring to it. It is a very creamy. So to me, when I grew up, one of my favorite ice creams, because my mother was adamant about diet and skin and all of that. She believed that all chocolate made pimples, and sorry, that's just terrible to say it that way, but that's how she thought it would break you out. So I ended up, when we would go once in a blue moon for special occasions or treats, we would go to Baskin Robbins, and I would always get lemon custard, and I loved lemon custard ice cream. When you make this in the ice cream form, it is very reminiscent of that. Is it 100%? I don't remember because it's been so long since I've had it, because I don't think they have it anymore. But I bought these two to make lemon bars. So Wendy on Love It on Keto has said that she has made these in lemon bars. I'm looking for the recipe. I've put it out on the message board with them on social media. I've asked for this recipe. They're away camping with major computer problems. They're coming back today. Today's Friday. I think it's the 5th or 6th, anyways, of October. So I don't know when this will post. That's why I'm putting that date there. But I am looking for that recipe. So if anybody has Wendy Loving It on Keto lemon bar recipe, please send it to me. My mother always made for Christmas. She made orange slice cookies, lemon bar, and lemon bars, and not Mississippi, sheet cake. It was a chocolate sheet cake, Texas chocolate sheet cake. But I didn't. I mean, I love the orange slice cookies. I don't know how you replicate that because it's the orange slice candies. But that was really my favorite. And I did just put an order in with another company for flavor drops that I will share with you. And I did order orange and I did order lemon drops. So we'll see how that goes. But I am seriously wanting to make these and lemon bar cookies for Christmas to take to my sisters for Christmas. I think she would love it. And we both, she's been working on her health journey as well. We're doing it a little bit differently, but sometimes we do things similarly. And I think if I made these and took them to her house, I think she would be in hog heaven. So that will be almost like, here's my Christmas present to you. So, because I'm going to use one to practice on for here at the house, and then one to take to give to her, and or one to give to her at Christmas time. I will, and I think these can be mailed, guys. Let me know. I probably have to do like overnight mail. But anyways, I am excited to give that a try. And I think that it would just float our boat. You know, there are things we miss about our parents. And that's one of the things we talk about. So this was all about a cooking keto and day to day. So let me just say this, and I have said this many times. If I had known before gastric bypass about keto chow, I would have never had gastric bypass. When I had gastric bypass, it was in the right with 2009. I should just say that. And I went on a protein drink diet, and I lost 20 pounds like that. Now, once I had surgery, I could never drink that protein drink again. It was gritty. There was something that happened to my taste buds, and I just could not get it down. And, and granted, I'd almost died twice. So it was kind of like, and I had a broken shoulder. So there was nothing that tasted good. Nothing. And that's how I lost weight and then gained it back. I did not genuinely end up doing the kind of lifestyle change that I needed to because I was fighting to live. My husband and I've talked about that many times, and my doctor was new, and he was not being honest, and he was arrogant. He knew it. He knew his staff had made major mistakes. I could have died, and it would have been on him. And that was some big boo-boos. I am not a proponent of any kind of gastric surgery. I believe there's a better way. So that all being said, this is one of the tools that I would highly recommend. I'd recommend it in lieu of surgery. And if you have had surgery and you just cannot get enough protein in, I literally yesterday had keto chow custard, keto chow ice cream, and I'm getting ready to make keto chow pumpkin sausage soup. I've also had keto chow taco soup. Endless to up my protein in meat. I've added many of the savories into the meat that I'm cooking. I just cannot say enough about the quality of this. Now, for those of you who look at this and go, oh, but I don't do sucralose. I did not do sucralose at all before. What I found out was it was not sucralose. It was the main brand. There was an additional ingredient in that was making me horribly ill. I am very allergic to aspartame. I will be just dangerously ill if I eat that stuff. But because I initially started with the keto chow core, and I did the one with stevia and the one without stevia. I've always been a stevia girl. I love it. It's fantastic. I prefer it for coffee and things like that. I make ice cream with it. I do all kinds of things with it. But they've also come out with the strawberry and the vanilla. I have them. I haven't tried them yet. There's just not enough hours in the day because this is always calling my name. This will call my name. These two are some of my favorites for ice cream. But I will tell you that if it's as good as everything else, it's a done deal. Now, I started trying some of the individual packets thinking, well, I'll just try them. I realized I wasn't having an allergic reaction. I was loving it and it was really good. And so I just try to make sure every now and then I mix in non-sucralose because I don't want to develop an allergy to it. But it is amazing. It is an amazing product. The flavor is fantastic. Whenever you add egg to anything, like in the eggnog, or even if I were to make a chocolate toffee custard pudding, which you can, you need to add additional flavor. So for this one, I would use the English toffee stevia drops. And if there were, I think I do have an English or a toffee coming in the flavor drops. But anytime you add egg, it'll like neutralize it, kind of like takes over, it absorbs some of the flavor. So you have to add additional flavor. In the ice cream, you're good to go. In the shakes, you're good to go. It's funny, I've offered my husband the shakes, and he's like, oh no, why would I do that when I can have ice cream? And there is not a day that we will miss ice cream, whether we share one or we have it for dinner and we each have one. So last night for dinner, as an example, if you are protein short or you're thinking, oh, I just want something to chew, instead of just ice cream, I had ordered some of the Carna Crisp chicken thins. I shared them in a review. It'll either be coming up or it's already been up. And then I just ordered, this is really lazy. You can make your own, and I've made my own for a bazillion years, and I have to be honest, it would taste better. But cost effective, time wise, I ordered the HEB mild, what do you call it? Mild guacamole. And that's what we had. And he looked at me and he goes, I said, do you like this? And he goes, yeah, this is good. He's like, what is this? I said, that is chicken dehydrated into thin crisps. Because I always get them for when we travel, because whenever we've done a lot of long distance traveling, he wasn't necessarily on keto yet. So, and he's told me, make sure you have stuff to eat, make sure that we don't have to stop, etc. Now, as I say that, this is a huge share. Sorry, guys. I recently went to one of our McDonald's last week when I had to go to the doctors and all that stuff. And I picked up 2 of the quarter-pounder patties with some cheese and then mustard. And you can, whatever you want on yours. You can do veggies. I didn't do veggies. I was thrilled. They finally had it so I could just pay for the patties. Because I know Wendy's lets you pay for the patties. There are some other places that let you just pay for the patties, not the whole burger that I don't even eat the rest of the burger. And my husband would get so mad, like, it's such a waste of money. It's such a waste of money. And a waste of food. Granted, we have chickens, we can give it to them, but that's a pretty pricey meal for the chickens. So we were thrilled to find that I could order just the patties. But before, my husband, when we would travel, would say, it's too expensive, you're going to have to do something. Now, when we travel, we always get the buy one, get one. Is it buy one, get one, or buy one, get one half price? Whatever those 2 coupons are from McDonald's. And we worked those coupons in Florida like there was no tomorrow. But it was such a good thing to have out and about. So, but if I can't get to a McDonald's, or if I can't get somewhere, I carry backup snacks. Now, I can dehydrate meat. I can have it ready to go. My only problem is when I do that is I get really concerned, even if I vacuum seal it, as to the longevity. I know that the carnivore snacks are good to go. Carnivore crisp are good to go. I just don't want them to get overheated, but I don't have to refrigerate them until I open them. So the first time I ordered carnivore crisp, it was in the winter or spring, but it was still cool. And I will tell you that I didn't know you need to refrigerate them. It didn't even dawn on me because my dad ate jerky my whole life. He never refrigerated it when he opened it. I then read on the bag and I was like, whoops, but I didn't get sick. Everything was good, but I now refrigerate it when it's open. He loved that for dinner. He was like, wow. And I said, we're kind of having hors d'oeuvres before we have keto chow for dinner. And he was like, okay. So he came up and we were eating them. And I said, well, and on his, I added additional chopped jalapenos. He's the hot guy. He likes it as hot as it can go. He'd prefer habanero, but I didn't have any. And he was like, yeah, that's good. That's good. And I said, okay. I mean, we didn't even share the whole half of a bag because, yeah, I'm that cheap. I want at least 3 of those meals out of it, if not 4. And I have a little bit left in the fridge, so I will divide it again tonight and probably will share it, or I'll have it for lunch or something. I'm not sure yet. But the guacamole's easy, the chips are easy, and when you are tired or you are worn out, just get a couple of things that you can keep in your fridge and pull it out and be good to go. Seriously, be good to go. So this is my Keto Chow haul. This is my Amazon OOO drops haul. This is some other ideas for travel. These are fantastic sizes for travel, but I do take once I take these up in a glass jar, I do take the remainder of this. These have sealable pouches. I don't always trust Ziploc pouches because they get powder in them and stuff like that. So I always seal them, put the air out, seal them, roll them down, clip them. I'm so, obsessive compulsive on this because these are not, this is an investment in my health and in my husband's health. Even my youngest daughter, she's like, yeah, if you got any leftover, I'll eat the ice cream. I mean, she every night, and she hates stevia. She hates, so it's really a testament. And she's picky. She doesn't weigh 100 pounds. She's 25. She's just tiny. So she's really picky about her food. She's just like, yeah, I'll take whatever you guys don't want of the ice cream. And so, but I will roll these down, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I just have a big container that I put everything in. And the main reason is because I feel like I want it to be good. Yeah, I didn't go to all this trouble for nothing. So it is a big part of our monthly budget. It is a big part of our health journey, first and foremost. 3 of these a day is 1 day's vitamin nutrition plus electrolytes. Yeah, it's worth it. I just had a family member who got very sick on a trip and had to go in the ER. They came back. They were dehydrated and short on electrolytes. And I just kept saying, I sent you some of this. Pop it in. Well, I don't do fat. Then don't do fat. Make a shake. Eat it with a piece of chicken for dinner. Eat it with an egg. Fry an egg up. However you want to do it. Boil it. Poach it. Whatever you need to do. Eat a scrambled egg and drink one of these, and you will be helping your body. And so I'm a huge proponent of Keto Chow. Anybody who's out there considering gastric bypass or has any kind of GI tract issues, I have been down for 12 days of food sensitivity, IBS, major problems. By yesterday was the first day that I didn't have an issue, but I was living on this. And I was talking to my sister, and she said, how can you do that with milk? And I said, well, and she doesn't know because she doesn't have the same kind of issues I have. But for me, milk was always a tool that helped. So, and I don't put milk in these. I may use cream, or I may use egg, or I may use butter, which 2 of those are, milk products or byproducts. But these you can also mix with water because all of these here right now have a whey base. And then the Keto Chow core has a beef base. So if you can't have dairy, you could do the Keto Chow core, and you can choose sweetened or unsweetened, sweetened with stevia or unsweetened. So they have really done a great job of setting up options. I begged them from the spring on, please add more stevia, add more stevia. I did not think I could do the sucralose. Ends up I could. And I even met with one of the owners, just briefly chatting at Keto Orlando, saying, I did not think I could do everything that you guys had to offer. I slowly found out I could. And he said, well, because you're allergic to XYZ and the main brand. And I said, yes, I got that. And I told him, I said, look, all I can say right now is this is a major staple in our house. It has been a life life-changing discovery for me, because I know that potentially I can have severe IBS issues, ulcers, etc. So my GI tract, my dad, bless his heart, my grandmother, we all have these same issues, but this has been a major tool. So whether you have IBS or don't, whether you've had gastric bypass or not, whether you just want to do something healthy for your body, yes, or if you want to lose some weight, this is a great tool. All right, friends, I think I've carried on enough, don't you think? And I'm excited to try out all the holiday flavors. In the OOOs, there has not been one that has been a flop, not one. So I'm here to say, yeah, done deal. Done deal. I could not wait for the holiday one. So, all right, friends, I pray your day is blessed, creative, and lovely. Thanks for joining me today. If this encouraged you today, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more people will see this information, and hopefully it will help them in their journey, whether they are keto or not. And then lastly, leave a comment. It really helps the channel. It also helps videos be able to be seen by more people and hopefully be encouraged by more people will be encouraged. And then lastly, feel free to share this video with anybody that you know that this might bless them. All right, guys, I love you as much as I love you. God loves you so much more. Have a great day. Keep serving Him well, and I pray that your day is blessed, creative, and loving, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all. Bye.